And hello everyone, Gabe the Izzard here. I'm going to take a little drive today, January 25th, 2024. I'm going to go down 12th Street. Text message incoming. I'm going to drive down 12th Street. It eventually turns into Kanis Boulevard, and I'm going to go basically the city limits of 12th Street. Now, I'm not starting, say, on the east side of Children's Hospital. I'm all going from Children's Hospital west because that is basically the real run of 12th Street. There's little intermittent little pieces of 12th, but this is going to be the main piece. So go ahead, tag along. As you can see here, I'm at the four-way stop of Battery and 12th Street, right next to Children's Hospital, and I'm going to make my way west. Go west, young man. Just to the south of where we are right now is 2 blocks is Central High School. They have added a bike lane to this. This used to be a 4-lane road. Now it's a 2-lane with a turning lane and a bike lane, crossing over the old railroad tracks here as we come up to Woodrow Street. There's a lot of great looking houses over here. I like these ones on the right that have a little bit of elevation to them. There's a great building there on the right. Twelfth Street used to be a very thriving area with lots of businesses down it, but a lot of the businesses have moved on. That to the right, that used to be a KFC at one point. They did build a big 12th Street station for the police department here on the left. And BCD, which is the Black Community Developers, is in that building right there. Mr. Robinson, Reverend Robinson, has done a lot of good work rehabilitating people and trying to help the neighborhood. Be grocery store here, gone now. They call these food deserts because there's no real substantial grocery store in this area. The closest one would be on Kavanaugh in Hillcrest, or the Kroger on Colonel Glenn, formerly known as Asher. If you're kin to Little Rock, you know this place used to be a little notorious. Now it's Madison Heights. They added those housing projects, or housing development, about 20 years ago. Kind of took down the old, built up a new. It's funny because I was watching an old episode of Cops from Little Rock, and they were down on Madison Street. That had been from the early 90s. Here's Fair Park. Wow, the Church's Chicken gone. The Walgreens closed. There used to be a gas station right there on the corner where Oak Street Health is, and it was torn down, and they put that up. During COVID at the Walgreens, they had drive-through testing. Now it just is trashy, and a bunch of homeless bums are over there. Sharks restaurants are everywhere, and I guess people go to them. I've been to one time over on Geyer Springs, and I ordered chicken wings, but they fried the chicken in the same vat as they fried the fish, and that is a big no-no because it gives you fishy tasting wings. So I never went back. This is the intersection of University and 12th, looking south to the north. They built that hotel right there within the last 10 years, and then put in a Dairy Queen, which this is that's the only Dairy Queen in Little Rock, right there. They have them on outskirts. They have one in Sherwood, and I believe in Benton. Former Harlem Globetrotter Geese Osby lived in the neighborhood to the right. Used to have a great Christmas tree or Christmas light display. Here's Hughes Street. You can take a right and cross Interstate 630 right there. Large cemetery, Haven of Rest. I really like these buildings here. They're kind of like on stilts. Those are pretty interesting. This is the intersection of Rodney Perum. This is basically the southernmost point of Rodney Perum. To go up what I like to call Kanis Hill. I don't even know if there's a name for it, but you kind of get up top here on some elevation for a bit as we head towards John Barrow Road. nursing homes and retirement areas up here on 12th Street. Yesterday was super foggy. There's no way I would have been able to do this and be able to see anything. It was so foggy. Big potholes due to the snow and winter weather. The scraping of the roads. Whoa. Pretty bumpy. Coming up to the corner of John Barrow. Very rough here. Coming up on Baptist Hospital here on the right. Their whole complex. And on the left is the Canopy Apartments. It used to be Out in the Woods Apartments. And here's Baptist Health. The top of the building is in the fog. Twelfth Street can be a great alternative to 630. This was a main thoroughfare before Interstate 630 was built through the center of town. That and Markham, which is the north of 630. It's really crazy the way you would get around town before the interstate systems were put in. Interstate 430 and 630 were additions to 30 and 40. That crosses Interstate 430. If you haven't been here in a long time, they've added a lot of businesses over here to the left. Zaxby's, Panera, Starbucks. Mama B's Hamburgers was over here for a short amount of time. And then they've put in some extended stays, hotels, and they're doing a widening project west of Shackelford, which we're about to cross Shackelford. And when you cross Shackelford, it ends 12th Street and begins Kanis. Actually, it might have been Kanis a little bit to the east of us, but I consider this Kanis from here on out. I'll have some smooth driving music to complement the mood of the weather today. will probably eventually do a 12th Street walk. But I'll probably only do that from Battery to University. So if you haven't been on Kanis Road in a while, you can see that it's not a 2-lane road anymore. But don't you worry, it'll turn 2 lanes up here shortly. Widening project has really taken a long time. If you remember, this is the corner of Bowman and Kanis. They put a gas station in right here. It used to be a liquor store. Fun fact, back in the day, my dad was playing basketball for a church team, and he had played the game, and we were coming home, and one of his teammates had a wreck right here on this intersection. And there was a fire hydrant just right here on this corner, and he had got hit and went into that fire hydrant, and the fire hydrant was filling the car with water. So he had jumped out, the guy in the car, and his name was Stu, and his girlfriend was in there, and he said, "Help me get her out, I broke my collarbone." His collarbone was sticking out of his skin. So my dad and a couple other basketball players that he played with, we all just showed up at the same time, jumped out and got her pulled out, and was taking her into the liquor store because it was pouring down rain also. And when my dad was carrying the girl, he was wearing his sweatpants, and his pants fell down around his ankles, and he was like carrying her with his underwear showing, and this lady came out of nowhere and pulled up his pants and was walking behind him, holding up his pants. It was pretty funny. Of course, there's a Lowe's built here on the right. That's fairly new to, within the last decade. Back into a 2-lane. They really are trying to get it to widen out this way. Here on the right, this has been developed for about 15 years or more, and it just now got a church in that building. But it was vacant for the longest time. It almost was a failure. Coming up on Gamble Road, the VFW helicopter. My grandfather was the post commander there for a good bit. Now we're back on a 2-laner, but this is getting developed more and more. Just recently, right up here, Cooper Orbit Road, to the left, they basically just shut it off, relocated it, and there's a housing project going in. That's even like mind-blowing to me, and I'm down this way pretty often. That's where Cooper Orbit Road, right there where that fence is, used to drive right up the hill there. Now they're building. Looks to be, I don't know if it's going to be, looks like it's going to be apartments or maybe a housing development. But the new Cooper Orbit Road is right here. Earlier in 2023, we had a tornado, and this is actually the starting point right here where the tornado, you can see trees down right here. It basically started all right there. This is the starting point. Of course, this is all new development here. Baker Elementary School right here. Was a Pulaski County Special School District. Now I don't know if it's in Little Rock or not. Yeah, this is still Kanis Road. Potholes from the weather. That's fairly new apartment complex, 4 stories. There on the right. The last 10 years. It's funny how time flies. Could have been 5, could have been 10, maybe been 15, who knows? This is coming up on Chenal Parkway, and I'll go just a little bit down Chenal Parkway until I hit the backside, the next section of Kanis Road, and I'll call it quits right there. Gotta say, it's been a pretty smooth drive. I live in downtown Little Rock, and I don't really care to come to West Little Rock very much. It's a lot more traffic, and I have everything I really need downtown, other than a good grocery store. But since they built a Costco, I do the Costco thing. Where I'm going to call it quits is at Costco. As you can see here on this side, Kanis Road to the left, so this is picking up Kanis. And this will continue west until you get out of Pulaski County and into Saline County. Shoot, it might even hit Perry County, who knows? Somebody might. Hey, there's those arrows. Here you go. This starts Kanis Road until you get out of Pulaski County. They're really developing this. Sorry for that Velcro. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching my drive down Kanis Road, 12th Street and Kanis. See you guys on the next one. Later. Boy, oh boy. Progress in motion. That was Woods. Not long ago. apartments. I don't even get it because our population in Little Rock hasn't really increased that much. But they're still building. There we go. Kanis Road to the left, Denny Road to the right. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Later.